Let's go, man, let's go.
The quickest way that a kid from the hood loses is if you give him nothing but excuses. I started out in a barbershop on 125th Street. The typical day consisted of 10 to 12 hours on my feet, 15 to 20 minutes to eat, and some of Harlem's most outrageous characters in my seat. I cut them all, from hustlers to professionals to cats that played ball, and made them all look sweet. I can make an attorney look street, a drug dealer look chic, or a crackhead look neat. I was a Tupac and Biggie fan. I had a rhinestone jean jacket that said Julian Scissorhands, but wasn't trying to be cutting hair when I was like 50, man. And if you don't know, then you'll quickly understand that America is a shifty and gritty land if you don't have a nifty plan. But then one day I seen this movie called Wall Street with Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen. And in like every other scene, and even the scenes in between, the kid Sheen could be seen strutting around the office with this confident walk. And I was like, yo, I got a confident walk. And in the other scenes in between, he could be heard sounding smooth on the telephone when he talked. And I said, hey, I sound smooth on the telephone when I talk. So the next day, I went and bought the Sunday Times and decided that someday I'm going to be the cat placing the ad. I told everybody I knew, but most of them just laughed. And in the form of questions, threw me subliminal suggestions like, well, Julian, have you ever been to college? I said, no. Do you have any investment knowledge? I said, no. What do you know about stocks? Nothing. Bonds? Nothing. Mutual funds? Nothing. I took an entry-level position into a world that I knew nothing about. To pay the bills, cut hair 3 nights a week out of my house. I tape recorded the sales pitches that came out of my mouth, because I wanted to be the next young Wall Street sensation. But for some reason, I wasn't succeeding at my new occupation. When it came to selling via telecommunication, I just didn't have the powers of persuasion. And so one day, the brother who was training me leaned across my workstation and whispered, Julian, why are you trying to sound Caucasian? And it was as though 10,000 slaves got transported straight from the plantation and gave him a standing ovation. He said, I want you to talk about stocks the same way you debate who's better between Jordan and Magic. And I've had a lot of conversations in my lifetime, but that one was a classic. And ever since then, I decided to just be me. And less than 4 years later, Morgan Stanley named me an associate VP. Shortly thereafter, the associate got dropped and I was a plain old vice president. And now I'm starting to think I'm pretty intelligent. I'm feeling good about myself. I graduated from Coronas, from stores on the corner, to liquor that was strictly top shelf. I partied 6, 7 nights a week to the point that I almost needed help. My career was blown up, but my spiritual side was smaller than elf. And then I lost it all. And I know you heard me, but I want you to listen. I went from having $250,000 in the bank to not having a pot to piss in, taking change to the Chinese for chicken. And the biggest fact about the legend of the fall is that many who act like they're your friends no longer call. But the whole experience made me stronger, y'all. And I eventually got named vice president again, seeing life through a whole new set of lens, being a lot more careful with who I call my friends. I did it when doing it didn't even seem doable, when doubters were like, dude, you can't do that. You've never done it before. I ignored them. The next time some kid tells you his dreams, don't doubt him, applaud him. I hope some youngin' hears this poem and it inspires him. I hope some man in the HR department reads this poem and has the balls to hire him, because the quickest way that a kid from the hood loses is if you give him nothing but excuses. I had none, neither should you. And every single word that you just heard is true.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, Reed! Let's go!
My boys!
Let's go!